Hi everyone, my name is Roisin Liu, and today I want to talk to you about the position statement from the NAEYC that I found. So NAEYC, or the National Association for the Education of Young Children, the position statement I found was on developmentally appropriate practice. So this was emphasizing that early childhood education should be based on how children learn and grow. So there were like three big key takeaways that I was able to find from this, and that teaching should be age appropriate, consider each child as an individual, and lastly be socially and culturally appropriate / responsible and responsive. So DAP promotes active hands-on learning, meaningful relationships and play-based experiences as essential to children's development. And teachers are encouraged to create safe, engaging environments that support the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and cognitively. So going to child development theory and ACEs, or ACE, the position is strongly supported by several child development theories. So for example, forgive me if I pronounce this incorrectly, but Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development supports the idea that children learn best through hands-on exploration and interaction with their environment. And additionally, Lev Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory aligns with NAEYC's emphasis on social interaction and guided learning. So his concept of the he had zone of proximal development shows how children learn best with support from teachers or peers. And it's also supported by research on adverse childhood experiences, I should say. This is ACEs. ACEs research shows that early trauma can negatively affect brain development, behavior, and learning. NAEYC's focus on creating nurturing, responsive, and predictable environments helps buffer these negative effects and supports resilience in children. So connecting to my own experience, I can definitely say that in working with children abroad and volunteering with them abroad in early childhood settings, this can be from mostly of younger people who were 5 to 8 years old, but also 5 to 15-year-olds I've worked with. I've seen developmentally appropriate practices make a really big difference, and this also has a lot to say with different minds who are on the spectrum as well. I noticed that children are more engaged when learning activities are hands-on and play-based rather than lecture style. In Thailand, we did a lot of using the room as an experience and being interactive with the room rather than having the children sit down the whole time. I also saw building positive relationships with the children helps them feel safe and more willing to participate. And additionally, I observed that some children come from really challenging backgrounds. Sometimes we were made aware of this, sometimes we weren't, and that all would come to surface. But regardless, providing a consistent and supportive environment helped them regulate their emotions and succeed in the classroom. This directly connects to the importance of trauma-informed care discussed in ACEs research. So just to kind of bring it all together, DAP from NAEYC is supported by well-established child development theories and ACEs research. It also reflects what I've observed in real childhood settings. Children learn best in supportive, engaging, and responsive environments. Thank you so much for listening.